Good evening, everyone, and welcome for another session on how to prepare, a day in advance. As on 7th May, you are having your SAT preparation. You have spent months together to prepare for the SAT, and now is the time to take the test. That plays a large part in determining, which college you'll be going it, where you'll be accepted, and it will even wrong to say that it will even shape your future. At this point, what else can you do to make sure that you perform well, you perform your very best, which is needed. So today we have a session for that, and for doing this session we have with us Ms Anusheel Khalsa. She is the founder of Edu Global Prep, and she has over 27 years of teaching experience. Uh, she is an electronic engineer from educational point of view, and she has been training across the globe students and helping them excel in the exams like SAT, ACT, GMAT, GRE, and she has taught students of different caliber across the globe, not just in India. She has also mentored students with learning disabilities to fulfill their dreams to study abroad. And this is a passion towards teaching that keeps her driving, keeps her energy on. So with that, I welcome Ms. Anusheel Khalsa. Welcome, Anusheel, to our show. And over to you, do's and don'ts, what to do a day in advance.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kavita ji. Thank you so much, Career People. We already had 3 sessions and we discussed quick tips for different sections of the SAT exam. Today we'll be focusing on the do's and don'ts just prior to the test exam day, right? So what happens is generally students, they think that they should remember everything. They should practice everything when a day before the exam, right? This is something they should not do, and in fact they should have a checklist with them already prepared with them, so that they do not miss out on important documents that they have to carry with them, because in the absence of those documents they won't be allowed to take the exam, right? This is the checklist that you must prepare, and you must have this with you. So it's very important that you carry additional face mask with you. So when you will be going there, you will have to wear a face mask because of the COVID times, and you must carry an additional face mask in case it gets spoiled, like the one that you will be wearing gets spoiled, right? And it is really important to carry a printed up-to-date admission ticket along with a valid identification proof. Fine. And you are allowed to use calculator in the last section of the test. So it is important that you carry a calculator that is approved by the college board, right? You should not carry a calculator. So you should not carry a calculator which is not approved by the college board. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to use that calculator in the test, and you may get confused, or you may not be able to perform well in the math section, right? And you have to fill the bubbles with number 2 pencils, right? So ensure that you have bought a few pencils in advance. And I would recommend that if you could sharpen the pencils from both the ends, that would be really great. Because in that case, you won't have to worry to sharpen your pencil in the middle of your exam, right? And you must carry 1 or 2 erasers with you. Dust-free erasers would do, so that you can erase, neatly, and none of the mark is left in the answer choice, the bubble for the answer choice that you don't want to mark, right? And you are allowed to wear a watch, but that should be without an audible alarm, right? So analog watch is recommended, or simple digital watch you can watches you can wear, but make sure that you are not using a bit advanced digital watch, because like especially that like there should not be any storage feature or something in that watch. And you must carry a water bottle and a snack. You may also want to bring with you a tetra pack of some like your favorite juice, right? That you can consume, that you can have during your breaks, right? Uh, Okay, like students generally ask that can we wear smartwatch? So smartwatch you should not wear because it might happen that like they are not allowing you to wear because smartwatch may contain some storage features like memory features. Agar memory is there, so then college authorities may the test center authorities may not allow that with you. So they will keep that watch with them, and once you complete your test, then you can take your watch and right. Any questions on this particular slide? Okay. Now, these are the rules that you must perform like on like a day in advance. So print your up-to-date admission ticket. It's really important to check on the college board website one day in advance that there is no change in your test center. Right? Sometimes what happens, there is like some test centers, they may take a decision that they don't want to conduct a test. So in that case, a mail is received by the students, right? But in case there is some change in test center, that may be reflected like on the very last day before the exam, right? So make sure that you sign into your college board account and check that nothing has been changed. And like if everything is same, then you can carry your older admission ticket in case you had taken printout earlier. Otherwise, take a fresh printout and carry that with you, right? And you must pack your testing bag. So this testing bag will contain all the materials that you need in your test center. So that means your admission ticket, your ID proof, pencils, erasers, your calculator, right? And it is important that you revise the concepts or formulas or strategies so that you don't forget the formulas like on the day of your exam, right? But you only have to revise the concept, formulas, and strategies. That means you don't have to solve the questions. Like by now, as we discussed in our other sessions, that you must have all the notes, all the formulas, all the rules at one place, right? So you can just revise those notes where you have written all the formulas or maybe the grammar rules related to different concepts. So you just need to revise or review those concepts and formulas, right? Like you have been preparing for long, right? So what you need to do is you need to have trust in yourself and in your preparation, right? So you don't have to doubt your preparation at the last moment, right? So this is something really important, which is really important, right? And it's really important to relax, right? So I would not suggest that you travel a day. Like sometimes what happens is students they have to book a test center which is not their city. If that's not there in their city where they stay, so they may have to travel. Like for example, some students from Delhi, they may have to write an exam in Jaipur. So my recommendation would be that if your exam is on Saturday, avoid traveling on Friday, right? But in case you have to travel on Friday, make sure that you reach your test center like during the first half of the day only, right? So that you can relax like in the second half of the day, right? And it's really important to have a good sleep before your exam. So it is recommended that you sleep early, right? And there are certain things that you must keep in mind that you should avoid attempting sectional drills or full length tests, right? Because in case you get a few questions wrong, that may take your morale on the lower side, right? So please don't attempt sectional drills or full length tests. You only need to review the concepts, right? And don't study too much. It's like even the revision that you have to do, the formulas and the concepts, you have to do only in the first half of the day. And a remaining part of the day, you only have to relax, right? And sometimes what students do, so they have shared with me after their exam that they had a discussion with their friends or relatives about their exam the next day. So what happens is, what people do, so they generally they start coming up with their own ideas, right? What helped them or what did not help them when they have taken the SAT exam or similar exams, right? So what will happen? You might get distracted and you might get confused. You might feel little low in confidence from that, a lot of information that will be shared by them. So it is really important that you are not discussing your preparation with your relatives or friends. Fine. And it is important to have a good night's sleep. So my recommendation would be that you should not have coffee or tea before you go to bed, right? Then it might happen that you're not able to sleep on time, and then you may not be able to get up early the next day on time, right? And most importantly, if tomorrow is SAT, then tonight is not the party day, right? So that simply means you don't have to have food from outside, or at least don't try something different, right? That you have not tried earlier, because the point is not to get sick during your exam. So it's really important that you have food like the dinner, that you already have it, right? You don't try something new. Like it's not that tomorrow is SAT, so I want to try sushi tonight, right? So it should not happen that way. Right? This is really important because I have, students have come up with this point that they had a kind of party, because the next day was SAT and they were not able to, their stomach got upset or something like that, and they were not able to concentrate there in their exam. Right? So this is really important. This is a point that you must keep in mind. Right?
Thank you, Anusheel. One thing I like to add for the students, especially tea and coffee, as I said, not to drink, going to bed, and even early in the morning when you're going for a paper. If you are regularly taking it, then take it. Otherwise, don't take it, because caffeine makes you anxious and a little less focused on the test. So even in the morning, if you are taking it every day, that it's something you need, to be active in the morning, then take it. Otherwise, don't take it.
Right. Thank you, Kavita ji, for adding the point.
Continue, Anusheel.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Then, these are certain things that you have to keep in mind, that what should you do on the test day. It's really important to wake up early, right? So, as we had discussed earlier also, so in case you plan to leave your leave for the test center at say 6 o'clock in the morning or say 6:30 in the morning, so make sure that you are waking up around 45 minutes prior to that, so that you are fresh, you have a good path, and it's important to have a light and healthy breakfast, right? Again, I repeat, light and healthy breakfast. So as Kavita ma'am has also added, that you should have caffeinated drinks only if you are used to it, otherwise avoid them, right? And it's very
Don't go
important.
fasting, Anusheel. One thing for student is never fast, because it's a 5-hour long paper. So
Yes.
never fast.
Yeah, so that's really a bad idea to go empty stomach for your exam, right? So it is really important that you have something before you leave for the test center, and it should be light and healthy. So that should keep you full for another 3.5 hours, because your test will start around 8 o'clock, and if and then some the gates will close around 8 o'clock, and your exam will start around 8:30, 8:45, or 9 o'clock, depending on when all the identification proofs have been checked and all. So the first hit that you will get will be around 9:50 a.m. So you should have something so that you are feeling little full by that time. It should not happen that you are feeling hungry and then you're not able to concentrate on your exam.
And do carry some snacks with you, light snacks, as ma'am has mentioned, that carry a light snacks whenever you have a break. If you like to drink something, some soft drink or something like that with you, carry that. so that you feel energized throughout the session. You use your breaks. Anusheel ma'am has mentioned again and again in previous sessions, use your breaks, properly. So keep that, carry with you.
Yeah, so it's important that you have something to have during the break. So if you like banana, so you may carry a banana as well. That's light on stomach and that will keep you full for a longer duration. Right? That will also, slowly release the energy and you'll feel better during the test, right? And don't forget to bring your testing bag, because it has happened with one of my students that in a hurry, he thought that his father will keep the testing bag, the kit that he had prepared in the car, and his father thought that student must be carrying the testing bag with him. And they had to return from in the it's good that they realized that they don't have the bag somewhere in the middle of the route. So they reached the test center just on time because of that. So make sure that you pick your testing bag and keep it in the car, or like जैसे भी आप जा रहे हो to the test center, right? And most importantly, you have to keep yourself cool, calm, and confident, right? So, and anxiety levels will creep in. Fine. So, and when you reach the test center, you will feel that many students are feeling anxious. So, try avoiding talking to them because they may transfer their anxiety to you, right? So, be yourself. Don't get mixed with many people in the test center. So, just maybe you are doing some exercising like countdown per day from 10 to 1 if you're feeling anxiety or something like that. So your job is to also keep yourself cool and calm during your test. And I'm sure if you are able to keep yourself cool and calm, you will have the confidence to write the exam nicely, right? And as discussed, it is really important to reach the test center well before time, well before the gates open, because that way you'll be able to manage your anxiety. Fine. And you can keep your notes in your bag, the testing bag, but make sure that you are not taking your notes to the test center. You have to leave your notes in your car with your parents. And in case you want to keep them in your bag and you're taking the bag, you are allowed to take your bag inside, but then you're not taking those notes in the classroom where you have to sit and write the exam. Because if your notes, like invigilator find some sort of notes in your or cheat sheets with you, then your exam will be cancelled. Right? And in case you are carrying your mobile, then hand over your mobile to the invigilator. Right? It might happen that an invigilator asks you to keep the mobile with you and switch the mobile off. Right? So make sure that you are switching off your mobiles. Right? Because it might not happen that you are keeping it on silent mode, there is some vibration, and somehow if the invigilator gets to know that your mobile was not switched off and it was with you, then your exam will be cancelled for sure. Then none of the excuses will be acceptable will be accepted by the invigilators. Right? So this is something really important that you have to keep in mind. Right? So Kavita ji, would you like to add something to this?
Yes, it's always advised if you're going with the parents not to carry mobile inside itself, because why to carry it?
Yeah, because then you'll be worried whether you have handed it over to someone, or maybe if it's in your bag, then someone might, tamper with your bags or something. वो mind में रहेगा, so you won't be able to concentrate.
Any gadget, be it mobile, be it tab, be it iPod or something, don't carry it inside the, I would say, the examination center. Let your parents take care of it. And because you get a very small break, so why you need it, just relax yourself in that break. And with that, Anusheel ji, we have some questions on, I posted on YouTube. People watching, they are WhatsApping us. This question is from Varun. He's asking, can you prepare for SAT in a day? Now it is on 7th.
No, Varun, it's not a good idea to, take a call to just prepare for SAT in one day, because one day mein to you won't be, if in case you are writing a mock test, you won't be able to analyze it. You won't be able to know where you are going wrong and why you are going wrong. So it is just not a good idea to prepare for SAT in one day. So you may have certain blogs how to prepare in one day, and other blogs, but I really don't feel like that. So my experience of taking SAT classes for almost 20 years now. So I have not seen any student preparing for SAT. Right?
It's a misleading
Just in one day.
in case someone is telling you, no, you can prepare in one day. It's a misleading thing.
Yeah.
You need to prepare at least
So
a month.
actually, what happens is sometimes we do have, Indian students are really smart. They are very intelligent, right? And especially the students who are preparing for their IIT, JEEs, they are very comfortable with math, right? And some students do write the test for the first time and they do end up with a, very good score. What happens is they don't have any sort of pressure in their mind. So what they think, okay, my friend is writing, so let me give it a try. So they are not under pressure of performing well, right? So when you are not under pressure, then you tend to perform better because those students are not desperate to get a particular score, 1550 score or say 1600 on 1600, because they know they have not prepared. So whatever score will come, they'll see, right? But what happens is the moment desperation comes in the picture, the performance goes down. So a student must not be desperate.
Point you have mentioned, I would tell Varun, is like those students are already preparing for some competitive exam for past some period. So that experience of appearing in a competitive papers helps them. It is not just this, stand in the morning and they have just filled the form and they decide, okay, let me study in one day. It's something they have done previously. They have worked maybe not for SAT, but some other competitive paper.
Yes, yes. So student has to
that discipline has helped them to be confident and perform well in this SAT exam.
Yes, yes. And moreover, that desperation thing was not there. Right? So a student has to register for the exam 1 month prior to that. And maybe even if you are registering with late fees, then also you have certain days before your SAT exam. So if you say, okay, tomorrow or day, on 7th is the exam, today I'm deciding, and then I'll just prepare, like study tomorrow and then write the exam. So that's not possible. That's just not possible.
I like to add to what Anusheel ma'am is saying is, believing in yourself. That desperation is not there. When I told you in earlier session not to be overconfident, but it is very important to be confident. There's a thin line between overconfident and confident, and overconfident, you're rushing the things. Don't rush the things. Right?
It's really important not to rush to the
one tip is also there when you are a day before and in the morning when you get up. It's a positive confirmation you can give. It works in psychology. Everywhere it works. Just tell them, yes, I have worked hard. I'm prepared for it. I know my subjects. I'll do well in this. Let me go and just do well.
Yeah. So I would like to just share the screen one more time. So, so this is something that you have to keep in mind as well, right? So, and that is the moment you enter the test room where you have to sit and take a test, take a deep breath. Till the time you get your paper, you can just do a bit of meditation in case you do. Otherwise, just relax, keep yourself cool and calm, and have a big smile on your face. The moment you smile to yourself, you will have that confidence, and automatically you will say, yes, I can do it. I have worked for it and I'm sure I can do it. And the moment you have that feeling, so I'm sure your exam will definitely go well.
Yes, because your performance is ultimately the reflection of your own expectation.
Yes. Yes.
Right? You have worked hard for it. You know you have worked hard for it. Quickly, I'll have one question relevant to it only. These are two questions, and I believe many parents will also be there. Parents get more anxious if the child is not studying. Okay, and there's two questions regarding that only. Should you study a day before a SAT by Nameer? And there's one Ujjwal from Tamil Nadu. He's saying, what if I feel like need to study? They feel that there's a need, exam is there tomorrow.
See, you don't need to study if you have been preparing for so long. At least for a month or two, you have been preparing for SAT. Right? You need to review the quick tips. You need to review the formulas. That's it. So you can do that in the first half. So I'm giving you those 3, 4, 5 hours when you want to study. But then that also has to be a light schedule. It should not be like I have to write down everything. I have to, analyze my test papers that I have attempted earlier, or I have to do this or that. No, you only have to review the concepts, flip over the pages. So see what will happen if you have all the notes, on at one place. When you start flipping over the pages, automatically you will realize, okay, this is the formula, and once I got stuck, I could not apply this formula. So the moment you will read the formula again, or you can say, okay, let me close my eyes and check if I still remember the formula. So that sort of revision is required. That's it, nothing much. And once you start reviewing that way, so you will realize that, oh, you know a lot of things, right? And I'm sure that only that much is required, not more than that.
I have a word of caution here.
Yeah.
Yes, parents understand that they don't have to study hard a day before because they have already put extra efforts earlier preparing for the SAT. But remember, it doesn't mean you have to go out on party. You have to
you don't have to do that. No. See, I have clearly mentioned that. Please continue. Sorry.
Don't watch, on mobile, you're watching some anime, or you're, spending time, just screen time that you're spending. It doesn't mean that. Relax. If you want,
so you have to relax. So you only have to relax. You have to lie down. Maybe you have a good sleep, because when you are preparing, and it's not that it was just like you were preparing only for SAT. A lot of things were you must have experienced that you had to submit your assignments, and because of one reason or the other, you were not able to sleep, have a good night's sleep, right? Because now schools have also started, right? So students have to appear for their schools also. So it's better to relax, give some relax to your body and have a good sleep. So you can just lie down and sleep, right? So that you have, you are able to relax yourself.
Thank you so much, Anusheel ma'am, for the tips and tricks that you have shared, paper-wise. Yeah. And then do's and don'ts you have shared. This will definitely help the students to make sure that they perform their best on SAT examination.
I would again like to, reiterate those tips that are common to all the 3 sections. So one is read carefully. So read the question carefully, understand it, read the passage text as per the question's requirement, and work the answer choices carefully. Right? So this is true for reading as well as writing. And in the math section also, we have seen that it's really important to read the question carefully, because if you're not reading carefully, you will not be able to come up with the correct answer. Right? So reading is really important. And also, there is no negative marking on SAT. So in case you are not able to solve any question, just mark something for it and move to the next question. So that simply means if you feel that you are stuck on a particular question, don't get stuck, move to the next question. Right? Other questions will be able to handle nicely. So just mark something for this particular question and move on. Right?
Even if you're short of time, and you see multiple questions are left, you don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Mark, as ma'am is saying, just mark, don't leave it behind. So 5 minutes, you have to just, check your paper that, all the things are marked. Every question is marked at least.
Yeah. So if not 5 minutes, so in last 2 minutes, definitely you have to do that. And also you have to ensure that you're filling bubbles correctly. Because if you're not doing so, all your efforts are, they'll be wasted, because you will not get a good score in that case. Even if your answers will be correct, you are filling the correct bubbles, but not filling them correctly, your answer will be considered wrong. So that's really important that you keep checking that you have filled the bubbles correctly. That's really important. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm sure this was going to help the students, even the parents, to understand that a day before, students need to relax. There should not be any mental fatigue, and spend some quality time with them. It doesn't mean going out or something. Be at home, or if you are traveling to other city, be in your room, just relax, stay calm. If you want to speak to them, go to bed early, and definitely you will do your best. You will come out with your best performance, I would say, on the D-Day. And all the best to you. Thank you for joining us.
All the best, everyone. And keep posting your queries in case you have. We'll be more than happy to handle, get back to you.
Yes, surely. Any query, anything, just do let us know. Do like and subscribe to motivate us to bring us continuously these kind of session. And thank you, Anusheel ma'am. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a wonderful day, and everyone, all the best. And do come out with your flying colors. I would say come out with flying colors and perform well on SAT exams.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a nice time. Have a nice
Take care.
day. Bye bye. Take care.